Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we're going to check out a very interesting floor washer or vacuum cleaner, and that is actually the Tineco S7 Pro that's actually chilling at the back here. Now this is a very interesting device because I've used a couple of vacuum cleaners, and I think this one right here is actually one that makes it super easy to use, especially if you are cleaning your home constantly. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to go through 5 key components here. Number 1, we'll talk a little bit about the unboxing and setup. Number 2, we'll talk about the design itself, how it looks and all that. Number 3, we'll talk about its cleaning capabilities, how it works, like just cleaning the home and all that. 4th point here we're going to talk about is how it's going to clean itself, all the self-cleaning capabilities. And last but not least, we'll talk a bit about the application that comes together with the Tineco S7 Pro, how it is to use and all that. So without further ado, we've got a lot to cover in today's video, so let's begin right away. Now first and foremost, like I mentioned, we're going to talk a bit about the unboxing and setup. Now unboxing the Tineco S7 Pro was super easy. So I'm going to show you very quickly everything that you'll be getting in the box right on your screens right now with all the labels on there, so you can have a look at what you will actually be getting from the box itself. Now setting up the Tineco S7 Pro is also super easy because it's literally just a couple of components. You put the dock, you plug it into the wall point, you attach the holder onto the body itself, and then right away you can start charging it and start using it. So it's very easy. The entire unboxing and setup process took me less than 10 minutes to get it started, and I think that's fantastic. Alright, so moving on to the second point here guys, how does it look like? What's the design all about? Well, first things first, it's worth mentioning that the Tineco S7 Pro here actually got the red dot winner design for 2023 because it actually looks quite nice guys. So first and foremost, when I removed it from the box, I noticed that the black and white colorway is something that I love very much. It looks very minimalist and it suits the entire living room really beautifully. Other than that, there's also sort of like a wooden sort of texture together with the logo there, which I think gives it a bit more of a nature kind of feel, and I love that as well. But more importantly, what's the most interesting point here is that we actually have a huge 3.6-inch display guys on the device itself that actually gives you instructions. It shows you the conditions of your ground, the modes and all that. I think this is the largest display I've ever seen on any vacuum cleaner for that matter. Alright, so other than that, what's really important here is also we have that ergonomical kind of holder to actually allow you to vacuum the house really easily, and I think that's very important because this is something that you're going to be holding on throughout the entire cleaning process. Alright, so moving down the Tineco S7 Pro, we notice that we have here a magnetic brush roller that can actually be easily removed and replaced, and I think that's really awesome because sometimes you just want to remove the roller and switch it to another one, but you don't want it to be such a tedious process. So that's actually great on the Tineco S7 Pro. Now another cool thing that I noticed here is that we do have LED lights that shoots ahead, because if you are cleaning under your sofa or darker areas, then the lights are really going to be very helpful there. Now last but not least, I must also applaud Tineco for actually giving us a really nice dock, because on the dock itself there's actually a couple of compartments where it allows you to store your extra brush, it allows you to store the rollers, and of course the filter as well, together with the Tineco S7 Pro itself. So I think that's great because the dock is really functional here. Alright, so moving on, let's talk a bit about the cleaning itself, which is the most important component of today's video. How does this Tineco S7 Pro perform? Well, to start off, we actually have 4 modes with the device itself. We start off with the auto mode, we also have the suction mode, the ultra mode, and of course the max mode. Now just to give you a bit of a brief explanation, the auto mode, just like its name suggests, is basically auto adjustment that is powered by the iLoop smart sensor tech. And for auto mode, basically you just use the vacuum itself and you don't have to do anything. The device itself will detect how dirty the floor is and adjust the kind of power as well as the wetness to allow you to clean your space without any issues at all. You don't have to think about which mode to use. Just use auto mode most of the time, which is what I do for my living space. Now if you go on to the suction mode, this is basically for those situations where you do not want any water. It's just all purely the vacuum cleaning. Now moving on to the next mode, we do have here the ultra mode, and this is where the Tineco S7 Pro actually uses electrolyzed water for deep cleaning. So let's say you have a particular stain on the ground or something like that and you just want to use even cleaner water to clean. This is where you use the ultra mode to get it cleaned up very easily. Now last but not least, we have the max mode, and just again like the name suggests, this is for maximum power and water for tougher mesh. What's actually happening here is all about the MHCBS Tech that's helping it to clean even better with the Tineco S7 Pro. Now let me just explain what this MHCBS Tech really means. Alright, so when you are cleaning, if you just zoom in closer to the roller blades down down there, what's actually happening is that fresh water is constantly being dispersed evenly to ensure the brush roller stays clean while washing the floors at 450 revolutions per minute. Other than that, the dirty rollers are actually constantly being squeezed by the floating scraper to get rid of all the dirty water to allow the brush roller to stay clean. Concurrently, dirt on the floor is then immediately sucked into the dirty water tank, which you can see is constantly being added up as you clean the floors itself. So it's actually a lot of technology going on at the back of the Tineco S7 Pro that ensures the entire place is clean and without any kind of smells, and I think that is perfect for my living space. Now, another key point that you might want to take note of is that the Tineco S7 Pro also comes with this smooth power technology that's basically in the wheels itself. So it doesn't matter if you are moving forward or backward, the device itself will be able to detect your movement and assist you in that movement. So say for example, I'm just vacuuming across a carpet, I'm going forward, the wheels itself will spin and help me to push it effortlessly. And I think that is great because sometimes some people might think that these kind of vacuums are actually quite heavy, but with the smooth power technology, you're actually able to move around your entire living room without any issues. It's actually very, very easy and effortlessly. It doesn't matter which direction you're going at, it's going to be very smooth to vacuum. Another point that I noticed here is that in terms of the brush itself, the roller blades, we actually have dual-sided edge cleaning because the rollers are actually extended all the way to the sides itself, and this makes it very easy to clean, spaces like near to the walls, under the sofa. I think the dual-sided edge cleaning is really important here because, in your homes, there's going to be tight spaces around, and this definitely helps you out in cleaning all those tight corners. Now, last but not least, in terms of battery life, you might be wondering how long can the Tineco S7 Pro survive? Well, basically on a full charge, you can expect close to about 40 minutes of cleaning. So say for example, if your house is like 2 stories or 3 stories, I think you should still be able to use it all in one go. For me personally, in my small space over here, like a studio, I only use about 15 minutes to clean the entire place, and I just put it back at the dock. The water and battery power on the S7 Pro is enough for it to run simultaneously for up to 40 minutes. And this is great because it allows you to clean a larger area with no interruptions, less refilling, less emptying, and less recharging. So that's great here on the Tineco S7 Pro. Alright, so now moving on to our fourth point here, let's talk a bit about the Tineco S7 Pro's capability to clean itself. Alright, so whenever you're done cleaning the room itself or your living space, all you need to do is put the Tineco S7 Pro back onto its dock, and right away you'll see that we actually have a couple of options here. We have a 2-minute or 6-minute deep cleaning option. It depends on your time that you have. If you want to use it right away, I suggest you can go with the 2-minute option, but if you're just going to be using it another time, I suggest to go with the 6-minute deep cleaning because the machine itself will be able to clean itself very, very well. Now what's happening here is that we actually have the centrifugal drying happening on the dock itself, and this actually effectively removes water from the roller so that it remains dry and odor free, and more importantly, it's going to be bacteria free as well. So again, the Tineco S7 Pro is going to be doing all its self cleaning on your own. All you need to do is put it on the dock and just choose one of those 2 or 6-minute options, and you are ready to go again. Alright, last but not least, onto the Tineco application. Now you can actually install it onto your iOS or Android device. I've got mine on my phone here, and I think the application is actually very smart because it does come with a couple of information that's very useful for you. Now first of all you need to do is actually pair up your device to the Tineco S7 Pro, which again happens very seamlessly. And if you launch the app, what you'll be able to see here is the battery life of the device itself. You'll be able to see the cleaning log, for instance, like how many times you have cleaned today or how many times you have cleaned this week, and the duration of each clean as well. So it's pretty informative there. Moving down, you can also adjust the volume of the voice assistant, which is also very helpful, the floor brush light, your cleaning method, and of course the running speed as well. So it's a lot of features that you can actually manually adjust directly from the app itself, and I think that's very user friendly because you don't have to go into the menus on the Tineco S7 Pro. Everything can be adjusted directly through the app and it syncs across immediately. Alright guys, so that pretty much wraps up our video today regarding the Tineco S7 Pro. Again, I think this floor washer is a very, very useful addition to any living household. It cleans up your house very easily, and of course it cleans itself as well. Now with that said, if you still have any further questions, feel free to leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to drop a like and sub to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Stay safe everybody. Bye bye.